Welcome back.
We're back.
Hello.
AC/DC's 1976 album, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. This would be their second album they released in 1976 and their second, most recognized studio album.
This is a good one.
After having classic hits already, It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll, and TNT,
TNT.
Yeah,
They were
and High
on-
Voltage.
They already had hits.
They already had hits, but then this album came out, and there was more bangers on it.
Well, these guys are classics.
Yeah, they're a classic rock group. When you think of
If MGA
se-
plays them fucking 20 times a day, they're classic rock.
Yeah, exactly. But this would be with their lead singer Bon Scott, who was still with the band before he passed away. This is one of their best albums with him in it. Not my personal favorite, but we'll get into the
It's
album
good.
now. Starting with the title track. Mwah. Everyone knows this song. It's a classic.
This is the best one on the album.
Definitely. I think it's the best one on the album.
I think it's one of the best ones. I don't know if it's my personal favorite though.
Okay. Next one's Love at First Feel. That's another really
That was
good
good.
one.
It's a
That's
good
another
track.
classic. That one's not as famous as the other big hits off this album, but that one's a classic.
This is a good one.
And the next one
Big
is
Balls!
the meme one, Big Balls.
I've got big balls.
Song
You got
is a
big
classic.
balls.
So,
Fucking legend.
For those who don't know, this song is filled with double entendres about ballrooms, but he might be talking about other types of balls in the song, but that's up to your imagination.
It's
I
tongue in
really
cheek.
think that the
It's a really goofy
I
song.
really think it's supposed to be a satire of
It is.
really rich people. He's pretending to be like a really
Power
rich,
off.
snooty person.
Fuck you.
Oops, sorry about that.
Like a really rich,
Bitch.
snooty person who's like, because the way he's talking, it's like, oh, I'm so fancy. He's doing that shit. And so
Fun fact: the band that I work for, when they play TNT, excuse me, they'll take a break in between, and the singer will go, "I've got big balls."
Oh, nice.
She's got big balls. He'll go through everybody's names in the stage
Mhm.
crew,
Yeah.
and they'll just fucking go back into the song.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
That's awesome, though. The next track is Rocker. This is a really fast one. I really like this one.
This is probably my favorite track off the album. I really
It's a
like this
really
song.
good one.
I dig it. I think this one's to be honest with you, the more
This one's
fun
up there
song.
with. This is the up there with Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best tracks. I like it a lot. Next track is Problem Child. That one's not bad. I do enjoy that one a lot.
I do like this song.
Yeah, that's a catchy.
Yeah,
one.
it's a really catchy one. I enjoy that one a
Yep, I
lot.
like that one too.
Yeah.
This is one of the ones I knew before I listened to the album.
Yeah, that's one of the few that I
I
knew.
know
too.
this, Dirty Deeds, I don't know.
I knew the first 5 tracks minus Rocker before going into this
And
one.
Big Balls.
Yeah.
Big balls.
And then
Big Balls!
the next track, there's gonna be some rockin'. This one's cool too.
It's a nice track. Isn't that the one with the really long title, or is that the next track?
That's the next one. Oh, and by the way, Problem Child does this thing where it thinks the song ends, and then they start picking up the instrumental again
Yeah.
for 15 seconds, and then it actually ends.
Yeah.
That was an
A
interesting
couple
moment.
That's
bands
like a Beatles
do
thing.
do that. a lot.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to see bands do that still.
Metallica did that with their newest song, Lux Eternal.
Yeah. The next track is Ain't No Fun, and in parentheses, Waiting Round to Be a Millionaire.
Huh.
This is the longest track, and I like this track, but it's a little too long, I think.
No,
It
it's
drags.
good.
It's still good, but it's almost 7 minutes long. It could have been cut like a minute shorter.
So?
But I don't know. It starts to kind of repeat towards the end. But I like that song. It's still
It does.
but still. I don't know.
It's gotta
I guess
keep it catchy.
that's just like a personal thing. But I do enjoy it. I won't lie. Number 8, Ride On. This
No.
one's this one's alright.
I like it song.
Jake was not a fan. It's slower. It's very
This is a
slow.
very
Like it
slow
can't
song,
be
yeah.
like it can't be like a real fast album and then out of nowhere just really slow and then pick it up fast again. That just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
I've noticed
Well,
that
it
a
works
lot.
because it's AC/DC, but it doesn't work. because
I've noticed it a
doesn't make
lot.
sense.
You're not a fan of when an album goes slower.
Yeah.
Well, like if it starts off quick and then goes
You remember
slow.
what happened with Pantera in fucking Vulgar Display?
No.
The songs were like fast as fuck in the first couple of ones, and then it started slowing down, and then it picked back up, and then it slowed down again, and then it picked back up, and then it.
Yeah, then this is the only slow song in this entire album.
That
It
is
just
true.
doesn't-
It-
Imagine
it
a
doesn't
roller
fit.
coaster that's literally going up, and then it's one small dip, and then It just keeps
And then
going
it just
back up.
goes flat.
Yeah.
And then it's flat, and then it drops.
Yeah, but Ride On, it's alright. And then Squealer is the closing
It's
I
track.
still
song
really like
that's
this
too
album.
fucking
Yeah.
slow for the album.
Yeah.
Squealer's my least favorite track on the album, though.
Yeah, Squealer's kind of just
It's there.
It's the snitch song.
Yeah,
It's just there.
it's alright. Overall, though, the classic 70s album.
I like this album a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun listening to it. It was very nostalgic because AC/DC's been around.
They've been
in
around
my
a long
life.
time,
AC/DC.
especially in my life, too, because I listened to them before this, but, like, freshman year of high school, it was stuff for hard rock, like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, all that good stuff.
The early stages of rock and roll.
Yes. And I say this is a classic 70s album, and if you're gonna listen to AC/DC, this one, Highway to Hell, and probably Let There Be Rock. Those three are cream of the crop of AC/DC era. Back in Black's good too, though.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, anyone?
I like Back in Black more, but I do like this album.
This is a fun listen.
This isn't my favorite album again, but it's a very good one.
It was fun to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's a slow one because it just comes out of nowhere. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, ladies, what's the numbers?
My number is an 8. I think it's really good. I enjoy this album a lot. The last
Why
two
the fuck are
songs,
you guys still wearing the crowns? I just realized that.
Burger King supremacy.
fuck?
We're having it our way this episode because I finally got to pick an album.
Did we
again.
just do a fucking ad in the middle of an album review?
No, because we're not sponsored. We just like this.
We're not sponsored.
We
just
did. We did a
we
free
like
ad
Burger
pretty
King.
much.
Free ad, yeah.
Yeah.
But 8 out of 10.
We've done it for Panch, so we can do it for
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Oh my
We did it for
god.
Burger King in the early podcast. Okay, aside the point.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. The last two tracks kind of mid, but other than that, really good
Kinda
album.
mid.
Highly recommend.
What are you giving it?
8. 8
You
out of
giving
10.
it an 8? Luke, what do you got?
I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I think this is a pretty solid album.
Okay.
Everything was pretty good. They're very bluesy, which is where most of the rock
It
stuff
is
was
very
inspired.
bluesy.
And I'm
Yeah.
glad it is, because this was still when rock and roll had its blues influence, because of bands like Zeppelin.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I'm
very-
sure there's more bands than that, of course, but they're like ones that really everyone knows for their bluesy,
Yeah. That's where the roots came from for all this kind of music, all this stuff.
for the mainstream artists.
Pick
at
what you
least,
got.
yeah.
Giving it an 8 also.
Shit.
Oh fuck.
Because there's not a bad song on this album.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
I'm probably also gonna give it an 8. I thought it was a
Okay,
fantastic
that's awesome.
album. I
This
thought it
is
was a good
a
album.
mid fucking episode. Everybody gave it the same number.
I mean, the numbers don't
It's
matter
happened
for
before.
the picking.
Well, now it doesn't matter
Yeah, but
anymore.
still, we have an 8 sweep once again, because 8 out of 10, highly recommend.
Yeah, it's a
Not
very
much
good
else
album,
to say
yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
great
just
album.
really good. Okay, Luke,
I gotta find.
you're
the
next
fucking-
in the rotation.
10 out of 10, bullshit again.
Exactly.
I gotta find the fucking. It's a toss up between two because I've been listening to 2 new albums recently.
You want to flip a coin on it?
It's Nuclear Assault, Something Wicked, or Primus'
Oh.
Fizzle Fry.
Ooh, we know Primus, but you know
We seen Nuclear Assault live. They
we
were
watched
really
them.
good.
We saw them.
We saw Game Over though.
Yeah, that was their very first album, but this one, I think this is like their 3rd album.
I think this is their most.
I think Jake
popular.
would like Primus. That's the thing.
Too many puppies.
Too many. I mean.
All right, so it's a toss up.
We're doing Primus.
We're doing
We're doing
Primus!
Primus! All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Fizzle
You
Fry.
wanted it
Physical
Fizzle Fry.
Fizzle Fry.
Coy.